All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the drive-through. Hope everyone enjoyed their time at the wrestling match. This is number 53 from section 13.2. Okay? It says, find the average value of the function over the region, and then it gives you that the average value is equal to 1 over a times the double integral of the function dA. Okay? In this particular problem, number 53, it gives us that our function, or our z, is simply f of x comma y equals x, or z equals x. Okay? And then it says the rectangular region essentially bounded by the rectangle at over 4 up 2. So, and the axes. So, to save ourselves a little time, this is our R. Okay? All right, so the area of R equals 8. We're going to need that later. And so we'll just remember that. All right. So let me start by sketching this. We've already sketched the aerial. And over here, we're going to map this thing out. So we go 4 in the x direction. And then 2. And there you see the region. Okay? The height is z equals x, so at this point 4 comma 0, the height will be 4. Okay? At the point 4 comma 2, the height will also be 4. And at the point 0 comma 2, the height is 0. And at the point 0, 0, the height is also 0. So what you got here is just a sweet old skateboarding ramp, or a bike ramp. It's a half of a rectangular prism. Okay? So you should be able to look at this thing right here and determine that the average value there is 2. Because look, it's 0 here, it's 0 here, it's 4 here, it's 4 here. If that delicious block of cheese was made of nice Gouda cheese, I could melt it down and then reform it, and it'd be able to form a rectangular prism that looked like that. So I know that my answer to this problem is going to be 2. Now let's kind of look at why that works, or how that works from a calculus standpoint. So we'll set up our integral. This is x equals 0. This line here is x equals 4. This is y equals 0. This is y equals 2. This is both horizontally and vertically simple, so we can take our pick. So I will do dy dx. So x goes from 0 to 4. Y goes from 0 to 2. Our function is simply x. That's z equals x. And we are going to do dy dx. Let me check. Is this y equals 2? Yes, I'm good. Okay? Integrating that with respect to y gives us xy as y goes from 0 to 2. Okay, so that's going to be the integral from 0 to 4 of 2x dx. So that's going to be x squared as x goes from 0 to 4, which is 16. So here's why I'm making sure you guys understand this. The total volume underneath, or the total volume of cheese in this block of cheese, in this triangular block of cheese, is 16 cubic units. That's the units are in cubic units. Okay? But the average of the function To do that, you got to do 16 divided by or times 1 over the area. Okay? So, the answer to this question is 2. Just 2 units. Think about that. The integral gave me cubic units, but when I divide it by square units, I'm back to units. So now think about this in terms of snow. What if we had a variable amount of snow over the area, or over a region? Granted, unless we live in an apartment complex, our region would not be a rectangle, but we have to start somewhere, so we're starting simple. If we had a variable amount of snow over a region, how could we find out on average what the height of snow was? Well, we would add up all of the total snow that fell, and then we would just divide by the area of the region, and that gives us a really nice number that represents the average snowfall for that region. And that's why I wanted you guys to do that, because good grief, we need a snow day. Boom!